Shri Baba Swami Namo Namaha.
Om Shri Baba
शिवकृपानंद स्वामी नमो नमः दर्शन पावन नमो नमः
शिवकृपानंद स्वामी नमो नमः दर्शन पावन नमो नमः
शिवकृपानंद स्वामी नमो नमः दर्शन पावन नमो नमः
शिवकृपानंद स्वामी नमो नमः बाबा स्वामी नमो नमः
ॐ अग्निर्ज्योति ज्योति अग्निः स्वाहा सूर्यो ज्योति ज्योति सूर्यः स्वाहा अग्निवर्चो ज्योति वर्चः स्वाहा सूर्यो वर्चो ज्योति वर्चः स्वाहा ज्योतिः सूर्यः सूर्यो ज्योति स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवस्वदीपस्य देवताय नमः गन्धाक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। ततो नमस्कारं करोमि। गुरुसत्ता का आवाहन करेंगे। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
On everybody's behalf, I request and pray to Guru Satta, please shower your blessings on us, Gurudev. Please shower your blessings on us, Gurudev. Please shower your blessings on us, Gurudev.
I welcome all Sai devotees present here. I will start today's program with a story from South India's state named as Vijayanagar. It is not necessary that stories are always true. They can be imaginary. But in each story, a moral, a message is given through the story, and in an easy way. It can reach normal man, and even the smallest of small children can understand it in story form. Today's story is like this. Today's story is from the state of Vijayanagar in South India. There was a state named Vijayanagar, whose king was very great, a good ruler, and took care of the state affairs. So, a problem arose because the king was childless. And when the king died, after his death, a big, huge question stood in front of the state. That after the king, who will sit on the throne? Who is such a right person who can take place of the late king and take care of law and order, take care of state affairs? So then, the royal ministry called for an urgent meeting. And after the urgent meeting, there were many opinions, but no solution was in sight. Absolutely no solution was in sight. Someone had one opinion, someone had another. And the whole ministry was not able to decide or come to conclusion about who the next king should be. So they came to a conclusion, and a proposal was passed by the ministers that we do one thing. Our late king did all the important state decisions. He used to take in royal priests' ashram with their suggestions, with their support. So we all will go and request to him and pray to him. So everyone left the next morning to royal priest's ashram, prayed at his feet, and told him that we are facing a big problem standing before us. Our beloved king has died, and after his death, who should sit on the royal throne is a big question in front of all of us. So it is our wish that you please help us out of this problem. Whoever you choose from among us as your choice, we will accept that person as the king. You take the decision. But royal priest took a weird decision. The royal priest said, you all go to your capital, and tomorrow morning the first person who enters the state before anyone else should be named as the king. This is my decision. Everyone accepted it. Next early morning, from 4 a.m., all the streets were washed, rangolis were drawn on streets, garlands were being made, the gate was beautifully decorated, many lamps were lit, and at its capital's border gate, on top of it, was a band and dancers and musicians. All the state people came together. And since morning, 4 a.m. started to wait for the king. That who is our future king? Who will come through? Who is this person? Who is going to be crowned as the state's king? Everyone was intrigued, and everyone was excited with bated breath since 4 a.m. for their new beloved king. So it was 4, 4:30, 5, 5:30. No one turned up. Everyone became sad. No one came. Will our state not get a king? Who will rule us all? Then a couple minutes before 6, suddenly, randomly, a beggar from the neighboring state, Ramu, got tired of begging, and got fed up, decided to beg in a new state. Thinking thus, he entered this state. And the minute he entered this state, everyone came running, crying, King, King, King. When Ramu saw the soldiers running towards him, he thought maybe begging is a crime in this state. That's why they are running after me. So he started running. Behind him, the soldiers were running. Finally, 2 soldiers went and caught him. After getting the hold of him, and 2 soldiers garlanded him, shouted, King, King, King. So poor Ramu beggar started to say, I am Ramu the beggar, I am not king, I am from the neighboring state, I beg there. Ramu the beggar, Ramu is my name, Ramu, my name is Ramu. The minister said, my king, we don't care who you were yesterday. We don't care what your name is. We don't care which state you belong to. Our priest told us that whoever will enter the state today, he is our future king. Today you have entered the border of our state. So from today, you are our beloved king. And who you were before this, we have no care for that. Poor Ramu tried to explain them a lot. I am not fit to be king. I have no knowledge of state affairs at all. I have no knowledge. I am Ramu beggar. Please leave me. Please let me go. But no one was ready to listen to him. Everyone made him sit in the chariot, and as soon as he was sat in the chariot, the band started to play, and people screamed, "The king has come, the king has come." And after that, the dancers started to dance, and a procession began to take place. During the procession, Ramu became tired of explaining on and said, let me go, I will never come to your state." No one was ready to listen to him. They then took him to the royal palace and made him sit. He was so dirty, they realized that he was smelling. Maybe he had not bathed for many days. So they put him in a bathtub. And after putting him in the tub, they put a lot of rose water, perfumes, and more fragrant things they added. They scrubbed and scrubbed until they made him clean. When they scrubbed him, a lot of dirty water came off him because he hadn't bathed in many days. His body was just smelling. After this, he was taken out of the tub and dressed in royal clothes. After that, they adorned him with jewels. Then they placed a turban on his head and gave him a coat. After he was ready, he was taken to the royal court in the royal palace. And after getting him into the court, he was made to sit on the royal throne. And after sitting on the throne, he was crowned as the king by the ministers, by the royal priest, and by the gurus, and all of them did the coronation ceremony. And all the ministers then placed a golden crown on his head. And as soon as they crowned him, he was given the 21 guns salute. And after this, everyone prayed to him, worshipped him. And everyone became very happy, everyone became joyous that the state had found its new king. And as this was going on, there were many messengers from nearby states were standing there. One by one, each messenger would come forward and would have a present in their hands. And that costly presents consisted of beautiful diamonds, beautiful pearls, good sweets, good perfumes, good fruits. As soon as they would take the present to Ramu, as soon as they went near him, this Ramu beggar would stand up and say, "Please give, please give, please give me." They had come to give. But he had no control over his begging habit. Because whenever he saw a decent man, whenever he saw a good man, he would immediately raise his hands and start begging for alms. "Please give, please give, please give." This happened once, happened twice, happened thrice. After 3 times, he felt very bad. He left the royal court and went to the royal palace. After going to the royal palace, he cried for 3 days. For 3 days, he couldn't understand as to how to get over his habit. That does a king ever beg? Yes, I was Ramu the beggar, but that was before. Now I am the king, but I'm still not able to accept what I have. And I'm still thinking I am a beggar. How do I get out? How do I save myself? He felt very sad about it. Then he asked all his soldiers. He asked his servants that who made me the king? These ministers made me. They said no. There is an ashram very far, in the mountains. In that ashram, there lives one royal priest. The royal priest had said, the one guy who enters the state border, first and foremost make him the king. Then he understood, oh, so all the root cause of this problem is the royal priest. So what did he do? So then he went to the royal priest's ashram and fell at his feet. He said, "My lord, because of your suggestion, because of what you said, these people have made me the king. And I'm telling the truth, I'm being very honest. I'm no king at all. I'm beggar Ramu from the neighboring state. And after this, only because of you, I have been made a king. I have no experience of royalty. My wish is that this state progresses a lot and becomes successful. But I'm not worthy of it. I'm not worthy of being a king." Then the royal priest said, "You think that I made you the king. But in reality, no one can give anyone anything. We are all mediums. Whose ever karma is over, he gets the road ahead. He gets a path ahead. So for many days, you were living your karmas and suffering as a beggar. Your karma is over. Now good karma has started. So you will enjoy royalty. You will become a good king. To which Ramu said, no, 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 how will that happen? Whenever someone brings me a gift, a present, I stand and start begging, please give in this way. Royal priest said, that's all right. Habits can be easily brought under control, can be easily dealt with. Do one thing, do a 45 days practice. Stay in my ashram and do practice for 45 days. And what should you do in the 45-day practice? You must stand and tie your hands behind your back like this. Close your eyes and chant this mantra. I have become a king, I have become a king, I have become a king, I have become a king. Chant this mantra and within 45 days, your begging habit will be over finally. So the king put all his faith in him and started to stay in the ashram. He did the 45 days practice. And in the practice, he would tie his hands behind his back and used to chant, I have become king, I have become king, I have become king, I have become king. After the 45 days practice was over, royal priest said, it's done. Your mantra has been solidified. Now do one thing. Go and sit on the throne and attend to the state affairs. Ramu said, okay. And he went to the royal court. He came inside in the royal court and he sat. And after sitting, there also he was doing the same thing. He tied both his hands like this, behind his back like how I am doing now, and started chanting the mantra, I have become king, I have become king, I have become king, I have become king. After this, the same thing happened. Neighboring messengers came. These messengers gave him presents and they said, my lord, the king of my state has sent these presents for you. Ramu beggar's hands had came up to beg, please give, please give, please give till here. Till here they had come. But as soon as they reached here, he remembered, I am no more a Ramu beggar. I have now become king. So his hands did not come up to beg. His hands came up but stopped here. But did not come up to beg, which means Ramu had attained control on his begging habit and on his past. And after this, the same Ramu beggar became a very good king and he managed the kingdom well for many years. This story is not of Ramu, beggar. In this story, try and keep yourself in the place of Ramu, beggar. This is your story. Before this camp, you were an ordinary person, but after this camp, you have attained self-realization. You have attained self-actualization. You have started your journey inwards. Now your focus is not outside, it should be inwards. If even after the camp, your focus goes outwards, your focus is on other people's flaws, then understand that your situation is like Ramu beggar, which is because of your karma. You have attained self-realization, but you have no understanding this self-realization of what you have got. See what you get. See, what you get is not important. Even more important than that is the understanding of what you have got. Self-realization is achieved after many, many lives of meditation. And in this, what exactly happens, let me tell you. For example, there is a tank of dirty water. The tank is full of dirty water, but the dirty water has no way to get out. No path to get out. How will it get out? So what does one do? In the tank, Sadguru makes a hole inside it. From that small hole, you only have to slowly release the dirty water inside you. In the same way, what happened in self-realization? Nothing happened. A small ray, a small emotion of compassion passed through all your chakras and into your mind, and you felt in your hand in the form of vibrations. One very small ray. Nothing sudden has happened. It isn't a sudden miraculous thing. There is nothing in this that a magic blow will make everything right. This is practice. It is consistent practice. If you do consistent practice, slowly, if you practice every day, little by little, as soon as your power from the bottom reaches your mind, it will give all the rest of the other chakras energy. It will give power to all chakras. After getting the energy, all your chakras will become good. And when all your chakras will become good, all your blood vessels will become pure. What will happen when all your blood vessels will become pure? After that, all your problems, all the issues in your life will get solved. All of life's complications. Understand my words a little. All of life's problems, life's diseases are associated with these chakras. If your chakras become good, your blood vessels become pure, then you will become a balanced individual. You will find balance in life. To balance one's own self, in balancing your own self, the biggest obstacle, the biggest problem, the biggest challenge, do you know what it is? It is our own past. Things of the past, incidents of the past, all the people in the past, bad incidents of the past. As much as we remember them, we don't remember good things. Now just think about your life. And you will remember bad incidents from so long ago. Some you remember, and some are stored in our subconscious mind. Which means that you don't remember. We have forgotten, but inside they are properly stored. Like I always say, while doing any karma, you feel no one's watching. It isn't that no one's watching. Your soul is always keeping an eye on you. Which karma you are doing is good, which karma you are doing is bad. It is properly observing you. And after this, as soon as your soul comes to light, you begin to see all your bad deeds, you start seeing them. Once, there was a Jain monk camp I had taken. In the Jain monk camp, one monk remembered that 50 years ago, he had accidentally killed a kitten and he started crying on the spot. He said, Swamiji, I have never even thought about this kitten, never thought about this incident, but this had happened. That incident from my childhood was in my subconscious mind, and as I reached the enlightenment, when I entered the light, all my bad deeds, all flaws, all sins, all have come to the forefront. A similar incident happened in the life of a doctor. This doctor was considered as an expert in abortions. This is very old story. Presently, this has been banned here. When that doctor was enlightened, after enlightenment, he started remembering every single abortions he had conducted in his life. He couldn't sleep all night. He said, Swamiji, when I was doing it, I never dwelled on it. But when I experienced self-realization and my soul was actualized and enlightened, I started seeing everything in that light. Swamiji, I am worse man than a butcher. Butcher uses a knife and slashes the neck in one stroke. Or we just slap a mosquito to kill it. Or we just slap a fly to kill it. I have cut so many babies into pieces and killed them. I would cut pieces of the baby. And piece by piece, I would destroy the babies. The faces of these babies swim in front of me all night. Afterwards, he felt so ashamed of him. He felt so distraught that he gave up his profession as a doctor. And after this, he took up the job of a teacher and started teaching children. I mean to say, whatever you do, you don't realize when you're doing it that what you have done. But inside you, all that keeps being stored. Right? Many times, many disciples and followers remember me at their deathbeds. And when they remember me, whatever pain they are feeling, whatever difficulties they are facing, I start feeling that exact same thing. In life, whatever bad karmas have been done, whatever sins have been done, especially the pains you have given to your parents, you will remember all those difficulties in the end. Why will you remember them? What is the relation with parents? Parents are your root. It happens like a tree leaf. It blooms, grows, and then after it grows, it becomes yellow, and after becoming yellow, it falls. And where does it fall? At the root. In the same way is our life. We were baby, become young, age and become older, and after becoming old, we remember our parents more than we thought about them in youth. In the same way, on their deathbed, they think about their bad behavior towards their mother. They think about that. They think about the bad behavior towards their father. It is like a cinema reel that keeps running continuously, and they wish this all stops and I can die. That would be good. They really beg for death. They don't want to see what they have done. They don't want to see because it is unbearable. They wanted to stop. They wanted to die quickly. But death also doesn't come. That's why I say, whichever post you are on, whichever place you are in, which podium where you have reached in life, it doesn't matter in this life. What matters is the post. What matters is the stature. What matters is the stand, the position, the place which you have achieved, how you have used it positively in your life, how you used it in your entire life, what you got, how much you shared. Your life is dependent on that. On the deathbed, only this will give you peace. In your last moments, only this will give you happiness. So, do such things in your life that will give you peace in your last moments on your deathbed. Otherwise, death is also very difficult. We feel death is very easy. We will die quickly, but it is not so. After that, there is a situation and conditions worse that people have to suffer. In third eye chakra, many past incidents and words are stored. Secondly, no one can forget the past. I cannot forget, you cannot forget, no one can forget. Past can only and only be dedicated to it. So today, all of you die and dedicate your entire past life to me in the name of my gift. I promise you, I will give you a golden future. Tomorrow is Buddha Purnima. Today when you leave this ground, leave as small little newborn babies. All your past is over. You know, like a small baby. The baby has no past. There is nothing behind him. They are pure, pious and uncomplicated. Become like this and enter the Buddha Purnima celebrations tomorrow. It's Buddha Purnima. It is an important day. In this day, in the meditation of this day, don't participate it with your past. Give it all to me as a present. Any knowledge, any education, you get it from someone else. After getting that, we have to give our emotions as Guru's fees. So you also have to give me my fees in this form. So give me your past, give me your diseases, dedicate it to me, all of them. And become very pure, pious and come to tomorrow's program. I wish that from tomorrow you will start a new life. a new beginning. Many things we do in our life due to sheer ignorance. Ignorance because we don't know, still we do it. One of those, this is fasting. Those who fast, they fast due to ignorance. Fasting is a way of life, not just any deed. But we do a fast. We check first when Mahashivratri is coming in the calendar and then decide what to cook that day. Meaning there is more talk about food, focus is on food only. But that's not how it works. Fasting means you yourself become so one with God that you don't feel any hunger. You don't think about God. This is fasting. Purposeful sacrifice of food is not fasting. Just try to imagine. You tell your mother, Mother, I am going to be fasting in your name. Will your mother feel good? No, she won't. You tell your father, I am going to be fasting in your name tomorrow. He will as it is feel bad. What I mean to say is, God is your mother and your father. Why should you fast in their name? If you want to fast, you don't feel like eating, don't eat. But why are you paining God? Why are you troubling God? Why are you fasting in His name? Saint Ganeshwar had said, a yogi shouldn't eat too much nor shouldn't they fast. They should observe a mid-route, stay in the middle. In your house, say, one friend comes to meet you, and after coming, you are meeting her with so much love, you are meeting her with so much affection, and she's also meeting you with so much love and affection, but for 2 hours you haven't even asked her for water. This is your fast. Meaning, you have not done, it automatically happened. In the same way, you become so engrossed in meditation that you will not be reminded of food all day. If this happens, then it is a fast. Intentionally, people say today is Tuesday, today is Thursday. If you see days and fast, then that is not a fast, it is a hunger strike. And why should you pain the Almighty for nothing? Don't eat too much. And don't fast, stay in the middle, stay in the mid-range. If you stay in the mid-range of health, only then you will make progress and prosper. So there is wrong opinion about fasting, there is wrong opinion about celibacy. People believe celibacy is pure conduct. But the real meaning of celibacy is not pure conduct. Celibacy means you stay pure in heart. You maintain celibacy through your conscience. I will tell you a story about 2 hermits. From this you will understand what I am trying to say. On a mountain, there was an ashram of some hermits. And the Gurus had made a rule that no woman would be allowed to enter the ashram. They would not let any woman come. It was banned. In the same manner, speaking to a woman or meeting any woman was really prohibited. No one had the permission for it. One day, his 2 disciples went to neighboring ashram just for some work. After that, when they were coming back on a bridge, and while on their way, they saw a woman drowning in the river and screaming loudly, "Save me, save me." So, as soon as he heard her voice, one of her smart disciples jumped in the river suddenly. And after jumping in the river, he saved the woman, picked her up, brought her to the shore. On the shore, he flipped her on her back, removed the water from her stomach. And when she was finally revived, she sat up and thanked him. He folded his hands, she folded her hands, and then the disciples left and came to the ashram. The second disciple complained to the Guruji himself. He complained to the Guruji and said, Guruji, we had gone to one ashram today, and while coming back, there was a woman drowning in the river. And he jumped into the river and saved her. He touched her, brought her to shore. After hearing the disciple, Guruji said, he only brought her to shore, you have brought her here. I mean to say, what you do in life has no importance. What is more important is where your mind is. So, celibacy is not pure conduct. Celibacy happens through your mind. Presently, whatever was said, that is all true, but it has been dramatized so much that its meaning has been diluted. It has become meaningless. In reality, what is the case? Your energies should not go down to the nether region and you don't feel sexually excited. That's why I said that you stay upward. Stay upward. So when you focus and meditate and penance, automatically all energies will stay upward. If they stay upward, they won't go down, and there is no question of feeling sexually excited. So the regulation will happen automatically. You won't have to do it. You won't have to intentionally do it. You will not need to try. You will not have to put efforts. This way in our life, in our progress, the biggest obstacle is our past. Past meaning every person has faced something bad. Like look at me, I'm 65, but did I fall from the sky at 65? No. So, I have in my life also seen ups and downs in my life, seen some good and bad, some loved ones, my closed ones also have died at some point. Everything must have happened. But along with all this, if you try to climb with all this baggage, by remembering all that, if we try to progress, try to get ahead with all memories, then all these things will stand in our way. Right? What's gone is gone. So, after the incident, you leave it right there. Move on. Don't look back. You don't die along with the dead. So, I mean to say, it has happened. A lot has happened. It happens a lot of times. Someone we love, someone close to us die. It happens. Many close ones die. We feel bad. We become sad. We become depressed. At this time, what you should do? I'll tell you. There is one way. Nothing much. Take a nice lamp and light it. And after lighting a lamp, sit quietly and peacefully and pray for the progress of their soul. Just sit and pray for the peace of their soul with a quiet mind. First meditate. And after that, once your mind has quieted, pray for his soul. Keep praying. And after doing the prayer, you will feel so good, so good. You will come out of that sadness. There are two reasons. First is, the greater the support, the contribution, the greater amount of help, the greater the assistance you could have given that soul, you have already given. But what do these souls need? You have to pray for them. You have to meditate for them. Pray for them properly. But do it all with your heart. Do it with your all heart. Do it with all your mind. And after doing that, you will have done everything you could have done for them. And after this, you will also feel a satisfaction that whatever was in my control, whatever I could do, I have done with all my heart and all my soul. Now there is nothing more left to do. There is nothing more I can do. And after this, you will come out of that sadness, because whatever you wanted to do, you have done it with full focus, full energy of yours and full standing. So you will come out of this sadness. So if this ever happens, do this what I'm telling, but do it with all your heart. With all your focus, you will come out of the sadness as fast as you will deeply pray for them. Secondly, we were talking about the past. So imagine there is a lizard. That lizard is trying to climb upwards. She is trying to climb. But the lizard's tail is broken. The broken tail is only attached from one point, one place with that lizard, and it is of no use. It will never be able to fully attach to the lizard again. But with this broken tail, the lizard is trying to climb upwards. She tries to climb with this broken part, cannot help her climb anywhere with whom her life has no association. That means this broken part cannot help her climb anywhere, cannot help her at all. This is a dead weight for her. But she still pulls the dead weight and slowly tries to climb upwards. But the same lizard, if she removes the broken part, she throws it off, she will be able to climb with ease. In the same way, what we do? We carry the heaviness from the past, the people from the past, the incidents from the past, in our subconscious mind and sit with it all day. And after that, we try to climb with those thoughts, with this heaviness we climb, with that baggage, and make our life sad, difficult, and worrisome. In this, no one can help us. The way, the road is in your hands. Only you yourself can leave your past. And secondly, as I said, I cannot leave the past, nor can you. But I dedicated it to my Guru, and you should dedicate it to me. Do it with so much heart, so much soul, that once you leave the ground, you won't even remember any of it. Donate it. I said donate it because, like we gave away 1 rupee to someone, then even when we are facing difficulty, we'll never ask that 1 rupee back. In the same way, give away your past in donation. Donated meaning, when you leave the ground, tell your mind, today I have given away all my past to Swamiji. To that past. From today, I have now no rights. I have given it to him in charity. What you donate, you can never ask it back. I have donated my past. I have no right to my past now. When you recollect or remember the past, tell yourself this. Whenever you do that, you will see, as soon as you remember anything from the past, immediately tell yourself. The mind is a traitor. If you listen to one thing from the past, it will remind you another, then another, then another. It will keep happening. And this will make you weaker and weaker. That's why the minute you remember a single thing of the past, remember, I have donated my past. I have given away my past, and I have absolutely no rights to it. I'm saying the truth. You know what happens? If we, for example, go 3 inches in the past, we will go 3 inches into the future too. This is the rule of the nature. It's like a pendulum. If it goes 3 inches here, it will go 3 inches there too. That's why, don't let your conscience go into the past. This way, it will not go into the future. If it doesn't go into the past, doesn't go into the future, then it will stay in the present, and you will use every second of the present. What your past was is of no consequence. The question is, what is your present and how you're using your present, because every second of the present is determining your future. So your future depends how much you are in the present. That's it. How you are using your present moments. So when you stay in the present, when you make use of the present moments, you will do so with complete focus, with complete energy, with concentration. And when you use energy, you will be successful in your work. You will find success. Sai message is not for you all. Today's Sai message from the medium of this story is for the workers of Shirdi institution, for the managers of Shirdi institution, is for the servants, and like this way, that Ramu beggar became a king but did not have the realization at all. Realization is very important. These managers, these workers don't have the realization of where they are sitting, where they stay. They stay in a place where the world has visited. The world comes to solve their problems, comes to clear their obstacles, comes to solve their issues. So why are there problems in their lives? Why is there obstacles in life? Why do they die prematurely? Because greatest of greatest gods are sitting here. How do you die prematurely? Why do you face bad incidents? Why do you face accidents? This means where we are sitting, which place, which position we sit, they do not have the realization. And today is such an auspicious day. For them, you see, they cannot come to the camp. They cannot go anywhere to obtain self-realization, but self-realization has come to their door. No, this is Baba's design. Obtain self-realization and see inwards. Take the journey inwards. Once they can self-reflect, they will realize which place they sit in, which position they sit in, what are the vibrations of the place, what are the conditions of the place. See, like a library, there's a huge library. I'll tell you how I see it. Like there is a big library, and in that, where kids come, pick big books to read them, and after reading, then slam them on the table and leave. Afterwards, the librarians over there, what do? Gather the books, make them proper, and keep them back. So will you gain the knowledge by picking the books? You will not become knowledgeable by picking up books. You have to read them for it. In this same way, by being in this place, by sitting in this place, by living your life in this place, you will not gain spiritual progress. You won't until you realize and have the understanding of where you stay and the place you have. It's very important. That realization is not there. If you realize, if you meditate, if you focus, they will have a lot of love for one another. There is a lack of love here that will increase many folds. And secondly, whatever work they are doing, the smallest of small work, will not feel like work. Guru is working in peace. I will give you an example. Once I had gone to Burma. So in Burma, a doctor was staying in an ashram like this. So outside the hut, in the morning, a doctor would come and sweep the floor. Another, she would keep chanting some mantras outside. I tried my best to think about what she was saying, but I didn't understand. Then one day I understood what she was saying. She was saying, I'm sweeping the floor, I'm sweeping the floor, I'm sweeping the floor, I'm sweeping the floor. After this, one odd day, I asked her, Baido? Baido means that they call sister Baido. Baido, What do you keep blabbering when you're sweeping? She said, nothing, Swamiji. When I'm serving you, I do this to tell myself that I am serving you, I'm serving you, I'm serving you. In the same way, here when people sweep also, they should say, I'm sweeping for Baba, I'm sweeping for Baba, I'm sweeping for. Sweeping is just a medium to meet Baba. So it doesn't matter what karma you are doing, what work you're doing, there is no give and take. You will get happiness in your work. And when duty gets over, they are doing a duty, not duty. Do services. Duty is just a medium. It is your luck. It is your karma from previous birth that you have got duty here itself. Both things are happening at once. You are doing your duty and are able to do service. If you've ever seen a thread ceremony, I don't know if you really have. But one day, I had the good fortune of participating in a thread ceremony. I was there the whole time. In that thread ceremony, they brought 4 Brahmins, and those 4 Brahmins, whatever mantras they were saying, they were so powerful that serpent power was naturally awakened. But I asked the Brahmins that the mantras you are chanting, are you feeling any vibrations, any energy, any feeling from it? They said, no, Swamiji, we don't feel anything. We are doing as we do everywhere. So, meaning they are doing, but they have no participation in the mantras they are chanting. The mantra's energy, the mantra's effect, they have no idea. Why do they not know? Because no knowledge of experience. Didn't I say? Only by giving the Gita in the hands of an ignorant man will not make him knowledgeable of the Gita. In the same way, mantras don't work by word. Mantras knowledge, the knowledge of experience. If you have it, you will feel the vibrations of the mantra. When I told them the experience of the mantra and knowledge of the mantras, I told them, this knowledge, this experience, you will also get. It's not only me who has it. But first, obtain self-realization. Meditate, penance. After you meditate, you will start loving your work. Now what you're doing as per karma, will not just remain karma. Inside it, you will find happiness. And when the karma will end, you will not even know. In the same way, these workers need to obtain self-realization, need to obtain self-actualization, need to obtain focus. I'm telling the truth. If they do this for 45 days, after 45 days of rituals, they will realize which place they are staying at. It is such a big place, such a big aura. Where we are sitting right now, we are sitting in the aura of the shrine. And this experience, I don't just talk, don't just believe my words. This experience, you will feel it in the meditation today. So that's why they have some good karma from previous lives, which is why they are working. They have got the opportunity to work and to do service in this place. Don't think it as work. Don't think it as deeds. Obtain self-realization and take that journey inwards. And after taking that journey inwards, ask to your soul, where is this place am I working? Which is this place where I am working? Who I am working for? Then while doing each and every chore, you will find happiness of that chore. You will find meaning of the chore. It happens, right? Like a girl was climbing a mountain along with her little brother. Some other people were also climbing. So everyone said, you're climbing so far upwards, doesn't it trouble you at all? So the girl answered, this is my brother. After that, they went further down and someone else asked, you are climbing with such a heavy load, doesn't it trouble you? The girl answered, this is my brother. After that, they went further down and someone else asked, "You are climbing with such a heavy load, doesn't it trouble you at all?" The girl answered, "This is my brother. A brother is never a load." In the same way, once you realize that the work that you are doing it for Sai Babas, for Shirdi Sai Baba, and under the vision of Sai Baba, that the work you are doing will not make you tired. You will never feel it as work at all. It will feel like a service. That's why the Shirdi institution that has arranged this program, after the meditation today, we will pray for the overall progress of this institution's managers, the institution's workers, and the institution's volunteers. So that they will obtain spiritual progress, obtain spiritual advancement. Today's chakra is the third eye chakra. Third eye chakra is related to your left nostril. How much ever you think about your past, how much ever you dwell about your past, that much your third eye chakra catches it. And secondly, your left nostril becomes weak. Secondly, third eye chakra, this chakra vibrations, you will not understand it. Do a practical, do an experiment. Go somewhere far away from Shirdi on some road which is deserted. A quiet place, a calm and serene place, and sit on a bridge later. Once you sit on the bridge, do an experiment according to what I am saying, and you will understand. Just imagine in front of you, someone wearing a black cap is going on a scooty. Focus on him completely and see as he passes from here to there. After then, see a turbaned guy and focus on him. Have complete concentration. After that, again a scooter will go. Focus on him. After then, a bespectacled man goes. Observe him. As soon as you have seen the bespectacled guy, your mind will remind you that you should just slap him. Now tell me, that man has not done anything wrong with you. That bespectacled man is not someone you know, not your enemy. He doesn't know you, you don't know him. You have no association or relationship. In spite of that, why did you feel this way? You felt this reaction because his third eye chakra was weak. His spiritual state was bad, his aura was bad, and his vibrations were bad. And the effects of his bad vibrations fell on you. Your condition became imbalanced and out of control. It was your reaction. You didn't hit him or slap him, but you didn't feel in your heart that you want to go and hit him. And now imagine, what if your aura is like the bespectacled man then? A lot of people would feel like slapping you hard, but they are controlling their actions. Means in a place if a lot of people don't like you at all, it means that your aura is not good, your vibration is not good. You need to fix it. Well, no one will hit you, no one will react to you, but they will not welcome you also. They will not be happy for you. Your coming and your talking, they will not like at all. One doesn't straight away make their feelings known to the other person, but its reactionary effect is seen on the opposite end. Like imagine one of your friends comes to meet you and leaves after meeting you, after a while, your head starts paining suddenly. What does it mean? You will think, yesterday I was coming by bus, the wind hit me, that's why I have a bad headache. But no. It is because the friend you met has a bad vibrations, has a bad aura, and after meeting her only, your head has started to ache. See, if the world is behaving badly, you are responsible for it. And if people behave nicely with you, you are only responsible for it. That's why do not hold other people responsible for your karma. That it's because of him or her. No one has done anything for anyone. You're a walking, talking reflection. You're a walking, talking mirror. A kind of mirror where someone sees a face, and if it is good, it shows good. If bad, it shows bad. That's why do not focus on someone's flaws. You know what you do? Every morning you sweep in the house and clean it spick and span. Very clean. But what your sister-in-law must have said 3 years ago. You remember it until now. Now tell me, if you do this, how will your third eye chakra become good? Secondly, you have less pictures of God and more pictures of enemies. At some point, you will forget to remember your God, but you will remember your enemy every day like Jai Dev, Jai Dev, Jai Dev. These are all destroying you. This is contaminating your conscience. And secondly, yes, if you want to know who and who is your enemy, one day go to a wedding wearing your best clothes. Whenever you see her, that's it. You will feel black and blue and yellow and blue because you saw her, but it means, are you some puppet in her hands? At the minute you saw her, you started dancing? You just saw her and you started dancing. Meaning, you have given all your power in her hands. Only and only by seeing you have started shivering, you have become black and blue and green. If such a person exists, she is sitting in your third eye chakra. And secondly, as many such bad people you will keep in your third eye chakra. As many bad incidents you will keep in your third eye chakra, you will weaken yourself. They will not lose anything. Secondly, if you think bad about someone, will they face something bad? No. Your conscience will become contaminated. Your focus will become dirty. The loss will be yours. The loss won't be theirs. You have no idea how big of a loss you will have to bear. You have no idea what a big loss you could face by making someone your enemy. Once, in a very big ashram, I took a meditation camp, an 8-day meditation camp. After the 8 days camp, the principal of the ashram, the principal started experiencing a lot of pain, a lot of trouble in his heart. And he owned a big hospital. So he got a full body checkup. They got ECG, blood tests and all that. And after doing everything, they couldn't find any relief. They couldn't tell him the reason. What was the reason? So after that, they called me and said, Swami, we have done all the checkup, but can you please see what's wrong with him? His disciples asked me. I asked them, had any Adivasis come by any chance? I will cut you in small pieces. They used to threaten with killing and cutting. They wouldn't do it actually, but this was just the way they spoke. So I asked, has anyone threatened you? He said, no, Swamiji, nothing like that. Then did you see anyone die at the hospital? Must have visited the hospital and seen someone die? No, nothing like that, Swamiji. Then what happened? Why does your heart start paining suddenly? We spoke about a lot of other things, but didn't understand anything, unable to understand the reason. Then nothing, we peacefully drank some tea and I changed the topic there. After changing the topic, I asked him before coming here, which ashram were you, which position you were in? So he said, I was in an ashram in Hyderabad. And in that ashram in Hyderabad, there was a Babaji named Swarupanand. We were always fighting. Oh, I said, this seems to be the problem. That this Babaji is still sitting in his conscience. So I focused my conscience on this Swarupanand Babaji. And I came to realize that he had come to Nagpur, had a heart attack and he was hospitalized. Then I told him, this is the situation. The person you are so angry about, whom you are showing anger to, who is sitting in your third eye chakra, he has had a heart attack. He is hospitalized in Nagpur. Now do one thing. Keep your hands here and continuously chant this. I have completely forgiven Swarupanand. I have completely forgiven Swarupanand. I have completely forgiven Swarupanand. Nothing. Just sit in peace and solace for some time, for 10-15 minutes and do this chanting. 10-15 minutes he chanted the mantra. After 10-15 minutes of the chanting, his heartache left him by itself. I mean to say, under the pretext of enmity, in his third eye chakra, Swarupanandji was sitting. He got a heart attack. He also got a heart attack. Why? Because Swarupanand was sitting in his conscience and through the conscience, they both were attached. So if your enemy gets a heart attack, so will you. If he gets a cancer, so will you. If he gets TB, so will you. That's why you can harbor enmity with anyone. And whoever becomes your enemy, whoever it is, his goodness, his principles will start coming to you as well. Secondly, that's why I say, there should be no one in your conscience. And secondly, I'm not saying go and fall at their feet. I'm only saying that enemies are scorpions. The scorpion has bit you and his poison has entered your body. If you go and fall at his feet, he will bite you again because it is his nature to bite. Don't go to touch his feet. Just the poison needs to be removed from your body and throw it. If you throw it, you will be safe or you will die. Forgive him and remove and throw him from your conscience. Now you can imagine, in 65 years, how did I make no enemies? See, if anyone did anything to me, I would ask for forgiveness. And after that, take the slimmest lane out from there and never come back to the same person ever again. So there was never a question of enmity or fighting. Such people should be avoided. If you have seen a person is a certain way, that's okay, leave him. My mother had a different formula. My mother would not associate much with the neighbors. She would only meet for Diwali, that's it, never after that. But the neighbors would not say that they are bad. Everyone only said we came by very less. My mother used to say, if there is too much coming goings, it will lead to some of the other fights. You can't fight with neighbors. You have to still live here. So it's better to have less association. Less relation is still better, but bad relations means it will be hard to live. If there is more relation, then it is likely to have more chances of fighting. So less relation means there is no chance of fighting. Just be civil from afar and be good. Don't go hugging someone too much. Whatever small, big, past incidents are sitting in our third eye chakra. It will be incidents. It will be people. And always remember, it will be bad incidents always. No one remembers good incidents. Think about your childhood. Think of good days of your childhood. Secondly, first always see what your thoughts are like, whether they are in left or right nostril vessels. Observe that first. Now that you're doing the 45 days ritual, maintain a 45 days diary. Anytime. Whatever you think since morning, write it down. Whatever you think, write it down. Whatever you think, write it down. And after 45 days, open the same diary you wrote. You will realize whether you think more of your past or more of your future. You will see that your maximum thoughts are of the past. You think of incidents that have passed. So if you think too much past, so the best way is to become one with the earth. Nothing, just sit near the ground and meditate. Just sit on the ground and pray to the earth. Dear Mother Earth, please take all my past thoughts, all my negative thoughts, banish them and make me pure and pious again. Just pray and feel that you are not sitting on earth but on your mother's laps. No, why am I saying this? Adivasis do this only. They don't call earth the earth, they call her their mother. In the way that considering someone God is the limit of our worship, the limit of our belief, the limit of our knowledge, and the tip of our opening of doors and windows. In the same way, considering someone, our mother is the limit of purity. Consider the earth as your mother. You will have an inborn relationship with the Mother Earth. And automatically, whatever prayer you do, whatever worship you do, will come of use in your work. Essentially, God has to balance us, to make us balanced. Whatever conditions He has given, situations He has given, we must make use of that in our lifespan. Many times, some incidents of life are such that those incidents give your whole life, your entire life, a kind of direction. Your life becomes a mission. And you find inspiration from that work, and to that work you give your whole life completely. You give your whole life to that work and you continue doing that work only. But that work which makes your soul happy, that work doesn't seem like work at all. It makes you very happy to do that work. Similarly, I'm going to be talking about one such mission with you all today. In the Himalayas, I have stayed with people with different meditating lifestyles. That's why I cannot talk about any one specific meditation lifestyle or a specific religion. Because whatever I'm giving, whatever I'm preaching, I'm taking it all in. Like how a bee who takes nectar from many flowers, many flowers, and accumulate it to make honey. In the same way, this knowledge is not mine at all. It's all taken from somewhere else, somewhere from here, sometime from there, sometimes from this meditation practice, sometimes from one religion. So, how can I talk about one religion? I can never talk about a specific religion. In one such incident, I met a few Buddhist monks in the Himalayas. With them, I journeyed to Burma. Secondly, it is very special that in Himalayas gives no importance of caste. Himalayas gives no importance to religion. People from all religions meet and live together. People from all religions meet and meditate together, penance together. The style of meditation is different. The variations in meditation are quite different. And in them, meditation is such a topic that this topic brings everyone close. They see what are the similarities between us. Meditation. We also meditate, you also meditate. These are our similarities. They don't see differences that I'm Hindu and you're a Buddhist. Meaning, what is different? No one thinks about it. That is negative. They see the similarities, their attention is on that. So we had gone to Burma and walking. It was a long journey. And when we were returning from that journey, we saw there are so many beautiful jungles, so many beautiful mountains. It feels like we must stay here only now. So many beautiful places. Secondly, those places, they have become beautiful. There are caves on the mountains. In those caves, Buddhist monks in their lifetime prepares a Buddha statue. The Buddhist monk is not a sculptor. So you can imagine, he doesn't make a beautiful sculpture. He just makes some human shape and imagines he's making a statue of the Buddha. Nothing. In all day, he will only chisel one stroke. That's it. One stroke and he's done. By just doing this carving, by chiseling this way, in 20 years, he slowly gives a stone the shape of Buddha. That statue is not beautiful, but energy-wise and vibration-wise, it is very beautiful, it is very pretty. It is so strong and it is so powerful that it vibrates throughout the place it is in. Once you go in there, you don't feel like coming out. You feel like spending your whole life there. It happens. My Kota's sister asked me, "You roam around in jungles all the time. Aren't you afraid or what?" I said, "Are madmen ever afraid? You feel madness there. There are no thoughts. Fear is also a thought. Even that is not there. There are no thoughts. It is a thoughtless state. You just keep walking and more walking." So like this, when we were coming through a Burmese jungle, it was evening time. And in the evening, you had to stay somewhere. It was essential to stay somewhere. So, from a far away cave on the mountain, we felt very nice vibrations. So, all of us, me accompanied by 2 Buddhist monks, we 3 decided to go to that mountain cave to spend the night there. Maybe there must be a Buddha statue there, which is why we feel such great vibrations, such great conditions from there. But when we went there, there was no such thing. It was a simple cave through, from which 3-4 more caves branched out from there. But we did not care about those. Like a candle, there are some hubs there which can be used like candles. We all used to keep those hubs with us. Like you light a candle, you light them and you use it. We went inside and lit them at night and sat. There is a tree called tapioca there. A lot of normal people eat its root for sustenance. So if someone uproots one, they plant 5 in its place by cutting it into pieces. So the next person coming from behind will be able to fix food for themselves. Thinking this, it is eaten. There is a fruit called squash, like we call peru or jam fruit in Marathi. The size of the squash fruit is 4 times bigger than jam fruit, but it isn't as tasty as good as the jam fruit. But people eat it to fill their stomachs. There are some bananas which have big seeds. They are wild bananas and they grow anywhere in the jungle. These are also something to eat, something to sustain. So we somehow spent the night there. And after spending the night there, in the morning we woke up and felt very beautiful vibrations. Very nice vibrations from one part of the cave. We went inside, and after going inside we saw 2 great souls. 2 young monks in deep meditation. So after a while, I also sat there. I told my Buddhist monk companions, I want to stay here only. If you wish, you may leave. So they stayed till the evening. Then they also left. I sat there. I kept meditating. Like when you tune the radio, when you tune it up to the right exact point, it catches that signal. In the same way, I continued to sit there and kept meditating. And after meditating continuously, at the point at which my frequency matched with those 2 great souls, they said, we have been meditating here for 800 years. Secondly, without our wish, no one can enter our vibrations or aura whatsoever. Today, we have called you here. So I immediately dedicated myself to them and said, for whatever work you may have called me, I submit myself to it completely. I didn't even ask what it was. They said, it is our wish that you go into society, and by going to the society, make good mothers and make good fathers. Make good parents so that our Guru can enter this world finally, can take birth into this world. Our wish is that you create good parents so that they can take birth, make a road for them, make a path for them. And when he comes, we will come out of this meditation. Until that time, we will wait for him. We will wait for him. I stayed there with them for a few days, worshipped them, and after that, promised them to submit my life to their purpose. After that, I came back to society to fulfill their purpose. This is the reason I have come back to society. Secondly, just understand, why did they choose me only? If you want to send a message to a householder man, you have to choose a householder man. And hence, to give the message to an ordinary man, they chose an ordinary man. So nothing. I have been dedicated to this work. So you think this is such an important mission? Preparing a man or preparing a woman to properly meditate. After that, for them to reach that crucial point, after reaching that crucial point, they're creating a child, and that's why this is a long procedure. Also, when an ordinary man and woman come together and become pregnant, the baby is a guest child. Guest child means they are not intentionally creating a baby. It is a result of sexual relations. Because she gets pregnant and doesn't want to abort the baby, they let it born. That's why guest child. Which means there is no planning, no intention or invitation or wish, nothing absolutely. It is just because they got it, they kept it. And the baby was born. This is called a guest child. An invited baby is the one when the parents ready themselves for 6 months in advance. They sit in meditation for 6 months and wish for a good baby to be born to them. They wish a guru to be born in their house. Wish is the most important thing. That should be done. After which a guru could be born to them. It's possible. Secondly, this method is a slow procedure. And its results are also very slow too. This is why a lot of fights happen between me and my wife. Fights happening mean she says that I have created such high expectations between future parents that they invoke high vibrational individuals but have no capacity to handle it. Of course, if you want to call a high range soul, you need to have the capacity that they don't have. So who they call don't come, and they don't call the souls who are well within their range. So nothing happens. No great soul or any sinner is born. So this is happening because of you. That's why I changed course. Because I agree. Actually the basic is like, if you marry a teacher, you have to be forever be a student. So I listened to her and I changed myself and told them don't be stubborn. That so many gurus have to come. Instead say, Swamiji, whatever is our condition, may we be blessed so. So we all compromised. If not 100%, at 60%, 50% good souls will come at least. So I looked for a way, I looked for a path and found this one. In this mission, in many places, I have also been very successful. Many great gurus have taken birth, but they are small right now. Very small. It is the time where they need to be taken care of. I am also paving the way for them. I am making a path for them. You think this is such a big mission, the one I am working for. It is a very long mission, a very big mission. In my entire life journey, I am making a road for these gurus. In this very way, in the coming times, many gurus will come on earth. When they grow up, they will be great. India's future is very big. You think someone as ordinary as me is also associated with so many countries in the world. This program is being seen in 53 countries live. So if 10, 20 of us came, what will happen? They will come. They are coming slowly. But they are small now. And to raise them properly, to give them the right proper environment, the right proper conditions, is the parents' duty. It's the parents' work. So this is a mission. Tell me, if I remained a celibate, if I ask everyone to be a celibate, who will do this? So my guru work is different. So imagine, this is such a safe side. When a girl and when a boy are meditating, no one is worried that they will become godman or godwoman, because I am myself not one. How will they become? It is a safe side. I am an ordinary man, and an ordinary man has been chosen because they want to spread this message to ordinary people. The world's ordinary people. My guru used to say this. The world is not about saints and monks. We want to send this message. We want to send these values to ordinary people. And ordinary people are not stopped by money. That's why this is completely free. There is no give and take in this, no business. Anyway, there is no business in God's kingdom. If you believe you are going to do God's work, then He will take care of the rest. So why should we worry? Secondly, it's not just my experience. Those who have faith, there are many people with great results, have great progress. I will give you an example. In this program, a female disciple from Peru is present. She had it. Together she knew the program is in September, so she started to save money little by little, so she could come by September or so. So what happened? Suddenly the program got preponed to April. Since it was in April, so she didn't have the funds to come and wasn't in state as well. But she wanted to come to the program. She greatly wished to come, wished to attend this event. Once I have given a lecture online, and the Peru disciples are so nice, just see. Because when I had given the lecture, so I asked them, I had done one in America also. I had taken the lecture for 3.5 hours through video conferencing. They had 45 questions, so I answered all of them. In Peru, I asked them, how many questions do you guys have? They said, Swamiji, we will not do the stupidity of asking questions. We are seeing you after 7 long years. So you say what you want to say. We have no questions at all. So they had no questions. Such nice disciples. The center has been running for 7 years, but I have never been to that country. We have never met each other. They have never seen me. I have never seen them. But the only association is that of meditation. So she wanted to come very badly. The camp I did, I had told her about the Shirdi camp. She wanted to come genuinely. But no money to come. So some other disciples said, we all will help. We will arrange something. So they all then sponsored her. She was trying for a bank loan, but she couldn't get one. But with the help of the other disciples, she has reached here. Finally, the disciples arranged for her to come here and she will get so many blessings that she will never even need a loan. You think, how far is Peru? Can someone come from such a far away country and go back? And she doesn't need any money anymore. The problem of money went away. That's why I say, a lot of times, make your own conditions. Her spiritual wish is good. Her spiritual condition is good. Isn't that why she reached here? So I want to say is that when you make your conditions good, everything else, all outside conditions can be changed, and they do change. That's why meditate consistently. Religiously do it. By consistent meditation, slowly, you will experience gradual progress. So this was the example of a disciple from Peru. Secondly, I told you about the Buddha saints, right? There is another such incident from my life. One evening, an old woman came to see me. And she told me, a holy man, he has called you. So tomorrow evening you have to come with me. So we took a boat to a ruined fort, a broken old fort in the middle. She said, for 40 years, I only go to give tea there in the evenings. He doesn't eat or drink anything all day, but I don't know how he is alive. In 40 years, I don't think he has ever met anyone, but he wants to meet you. So nothing, I went with her to the fort where the holy man was sitting. Secondly, you know how old forts are a big junkyard? In the same way, the whole fort was a big junkyard. But in that junkyard, there was no bad smell anywhere. As soon as I entered the fort, the entire fort became fragrant with the smell of Indian roses. I tried to search, but there was not even one rose plant there. Where there is not even one single rose plant. The whole fort was smelling of Indian roses. Means that here love and only love reigns. Slowly, I went to the holy man. The old woman gave him the tea she had brought. And he said, I only called you to tell you one thing only. Remember one thing in life. Whatever karma you do in life, first in life, doing that karma is in your hands. And after doing that karma, someone makes you do the rest. If you do your first karma right, then energies of good karma will stand by you and will only make you do good karmas in the future. If you do bad karmas, then bad karmic energies will stand by you and make you do only bad karmas. So always and always, remember your right is only on your first karma. First karma is in your hands. You can decide what your first karma will be. Because the rest of your karmas are not in your hands. That's all I called you here to say. So, after hearing that, I came back. But when I think today, it is true. We choose our first karma through our energy and power. But after doing that karma, the positive and negative powers are on both sides. They are present. Whatever karmas you do will decide which energies will side by you and make you do good or bad karmas for the rest of your life. And after, the future karmas is not in our control. So, what the holy man had said is true. That man has to choose his first karma after much thought and analysis. And when I talk about doing anything, doing any karma, talking about doing any work, you make yourself very small. In reality, we are humans. If we don't do anything for humanity, our human birth is futile. So, first, realize that you are a human being. Secondly, like how I could smell roses there because love was flowing there. Love was flowing, meaning it was boundless, and boundless love means not directed to anyone like that. It was for everyone, for entire humanity. He was giving love, not for one man or one individual. Like you are walking on the road, you see a nail on the road. So you immediately take the nail and throw it away so that it doesn't hurt anyone's feet. You don't know who is coming behind. Who it will hurt, you don't know. Means you don't know anything. Who could be hurt by it. You do it for anyone. Fill in the blanks. Whoever it is to not get hurt. If you have picked up and thrown the nail away, you have done this for the humanity. I have told you a very small example from everyday life. Means who is going to come, who will get hurt, is it from someone you know, nothing you know. This nail should not hurt anyone absolutely. That's the emotion you feel. Meaning your heart is open for all, for everyone. You don't want bad to happen to anyone. You don't want the nail to hurt anyone. Whoever is coming does not matter to you. Your rule is not for you. It is for everyone, whoever it might be. Such an incident happened to me in Calcutta during my meditation. In Calcutta, for a little while I used to live near the temple of the goddess. One day, I felt like getting a haircut. Outside, there was a barber shop in a hut. I went to the barber shop. There was no door, just a diagonal metal scrap was being used as a door. He had just opened it. This incident was in front of south facing Kali temple. He was an old barber. He showed incense sticks to the Kali temple, sat, and he was just praying. There was no another customer in the shop. I was the first customer. He nicely made my beard, cut my hair nicely. And after that, I started to pay for it. He wasn't ready to take it. I said, so what if I'm a saint? You take the money. This is your business. So he gave me another shock and said, I wouldn't have taken money even if you weren't one. I was surprised. What is this? He said, Swamiji, I don't have anything. And this is my only bread and butter. I cannot leave from here to anywhere. I only have my scissors and comb. Nothing else. Secondly, I want to leave to do something because I wish to do something for humanity and the society and for the people. I feel very deeply inside. I want to do something for people, but I'm not in that position. So what road did I make? What path did I take? I decided that whoever comes first to my barber shop in the morning, I will service him for free, absolutely. I have been doing this for 40 years. Since 40 years, I'm cutting my first customer's hair for free. Whoever comes to my shop first. By doing this, I feel a satisfaction. I feel content that I am also doing something for humanity. I'm doing something for society. So please don't give me money and snatch my satisfaction. He requested me. He gave me such a great explanation that I couldn't say anything. So this man has been for 40 years. Whosoever is coming to his shop for a cutting, his first haircut he would give for free. I'm telling you this example because if you have the intention, you are definitely not worse off than that poor barber. You are not sitting in a hut shop. You are not sitting with scissors and comb. Meaning, if you want to do something, if you have the intention, then the smallest of small people can do something. And if you don't want to do it, the biggest of people cannot do something. Here, the question is of the mind. It is the question of thought. Whatever be your condition, whatever be your situation, in that situation, do something or the other. Wherever you are, wherever you stay, there do some work for humanity so you can get the satisfaction for your soul that you can do something for humanity. I'm saying for humanity. Not for some religion, caste, whoever it is. For humanity only. Whoever it is. He may be from any religion, from any caste, from any country. This is Baba's message, what else? Do it for humanity. So there is some point of being human. You have been born as a human. You are a human, so contribute to the humanity. You are sitting here and saying, if this work is done, then I will do this. If Baba gives me this money, then I will do this. If this tender passes, then I will do this. Don't do these negotiations. Whoever you are, wherever you are, just start now. You don't need to look for an auspicious hour to do things. Whatever situation you're in. It happens many times. People put their conditions on me. Swamiji, please drive this problem away. Then we will do meditation. I say, do if you want to do or just don't do it. No. Are you doing this as a service to me? And I know this. Such people will never do anything. After one job is done, they will bring another. That's why I never ask anyone if you do it or no. If someone wants to tell me, then tell me. Otherwise, you know and your God knows. That's why start meditation in whatever is your situation. Don't wait for the right situation. Don't wait for things to be right and then you'll do it and for the right environment. Nothing. Condition is bad because of you. Environment is bad because of you. So, that is not going to change. The environment is not going to change. So, what is better? What is good? So, whatever condition and situation you are in, start from there. Start meditating. What will happen when you meditate? You will start going inwards. What will happen when you go inwards? Your inward situation will start getting better. And when you start becoming better inside, your outside condition will become better. What we do is we focus all our power, all our energy on fixing the situation outside. But what is important is to fix the condition inside. Secondly, we fall ill sometimes, or some other trouble comes, and then we go to the doctor and take the doctor's medicine and take treatment from doctor. Meaning, we respect allopathy. We accept it. We retain it. In the same way, when you are in some need of blood, you take blood, someone else's blood too. But when you take blood, you don't ask if it is Hindu, Muslim, Christian, or Buddhist, or Brahmins. No one's. Anyone's blood you get, whoever's blood it is you get. There is no label on it about whose it is. You take the blood and save your own life. Meaning, in order to save your life, you can take anyone's blood. When you can take blood, why can't you donate blood? So donate blood. That is also a form of charity. You can do that too. And just like blood donation, do organ donation too. Today, our country really needs organ donors. Imagine, after you go off, whether you are buried or burned, the organs will be destroyed. It is better than that through your body. Someone gets eyes, someone gets liver or heart, someone else gets life. Saving organs gets life because of you. You become a medium and give other a new life. Nowadays, India needs this a lot. And secondly, we have religious beliefs opposed to this. That by doing this, but there is nothing like this. Tell me, will you gain good karma or bad karma by donating anything? If you donate your eyes, will you get good or bad karma? If you donate your liver, will you get good or bad karma? Whatever you donate, you will only gain good karma, never bad karma. That's why donate your organs. Today, India needs this a lot. Many people are on the waiting list. These people, they need organs. They are not getting organs. Also, I am not just telling you to do this. I have also pledged my entire body to my Guru. I have given everything, whatever I have. As for me, I have given my body to my Guru, so much that they have conducted several experiments on my body. So after my death, my body will enter its next innings of 800 years. From the medium of body, the Guru will still be working. Why? Because I have given my body to my Gurus. I have given my everything to my Gurus. Nothing is left. I am empty, completely empty. If after our lives, can come of help to humanity, what can be better opportunity than that? Tell me, after this life, Where will humanity come of help? We don't know. In this life, you have prayed enough for selfish gains, made many prayers. When you meditate, make a rule. Every day make one prayer, make one wish, make one prayer which has no personal gain. You have nothing personal to gain from it. You are only making a prayer. Make a prayer like that. Without any selfish gains. We are starting it today. We have nothing to gain from Shirdi institution. We have nothing to gain from their workers or volunteers. But even then we will make a prayer for them. We will make a wish for them. We don't have any relatives in them. So you also look for such roads. You also search for these paths. You also search for these prayers, where you have no straightforward gain from this prayer. Where you have no relation to the prayer unselfishly. When we pray from the soul, not from the body. So, pray with such unselfish emotions. And don't pray with love allegiance to a particular religion, particular region, or particular caste. Keep an open flow of love for all of humanity, for every single one. Presently, when we are making a journey in a plane, in the plane journey, first you say my house, then my society, then my village, then my state, my country. And all this my leaves as the plane goes up and up. After this, the society, city, state, country, all starts blurring. Up. This is how it is. In spirituality also, as you keep going up and up, you will get out of your house, you will get out of your caste, you will get out of your religion, you will get out of your country, you will get out of your language, you will get out of your color, you will get out of your gender. You will start working for humanity. No, and when you will attach to this medium, when you pray for the humanity, you get attached to whole of humanity. I am writing a book called Aura Shastra. It is a very big book. And it is very weird. Weird meaning, whoever is here today, you all are very unique. There is no one like you in this world. You all are special. Secondly, I see one person behind every person. As in not a person, what you say, like meaning when pranic healing person looks at a people leaf intently. And if they keep looking at it continuously, they will see crystals of energy around it. They will see small crystals of energy around the people leaf. If you see it intently, like that, if I see any one of you intently, if I focus, I will see another one behind you. This is my study of aura. I am currently studying this. Now understand, this has three aspects. Firstly, if you see a person behind one, it means there are three possibilities. Either there is a soul hovering on him. But this can't be true for everyone because it cannot be applied to everyone all the time that he attracts soul. It might be just one. If you see one behind everyone, meaning this is not the influence of another soul. Then, second thing is the person is focused on another person. Then you see the person on which this person is focused. But if you keep thinking about different people, that should change, right? Today you see someone, tomorrow you see someone else, because a person can't think about one person all the time. His conscience will show different people. That's not what is seen. You see only one person consistently. So the third possibility is that you see the person's past life, influence behind him. Here is where I reached. Which means you see the influence of your past life, the influence of your past body on this body. No, the planning of Aura Shastra is very huge. I will not be able to do this alone. I have told my younger son about this calculation, and the calculations are going into thousands and millions. And one big computer team is going to be dedicated to it. The chakra that you see has several calculations, and through this combination, this is in the future there will be such machinery. The machinery will tell you your complete condition, but that machinery cannot tell you about its solution. And my research is on about the solution. If such is the combination of chakras, then this is the solution. If it is this, then this is the solution. But the chakras are in thousands, and so are the solutions. This is a very huge project. It's a big work. I have been working on this for 3 years. And all the Jain monks too pray with me that this Swamiji's book gets finished really soon. Because the first time I had spoken to them only about it. Truly, I'm telling you, you are unique in this world. There is no one like you in this whole wide world. Secondly, the grace of self-realization that you have received here is unique too. No one has received what you have received. Understand it. Just feel it. Just experience it. Once, I was staying in England at a pastor's place. That time there was a program on TV. In that program, an American man brought a camera on his shoulder and then later told the presenter on TV that I will click you your pictures from this camera. After taking the picture, I will see the colors on the picture, and then after that, I will tell you what kind of a girl you are. So then the American took a picture of her with a camera, and after taking the picture, he saw the colors around the picture, and after seeing the colors and described the girl, how she is as an individual and her nature and all that. Seeing that program, I told the pastor there, I don't want a camera. I don't want a girl. I don't need a photo, and I don't want colors. I don't want anything. I will just see and tell what the condition of the girl is. So he said, okay, we will show this on TV next year. So next time when I went to London, they took me to a studio in London called Venus TV. There a girl called Honey who used to teach dance classes. She used to take dance classes and she was quite popular. She had arranged a show on the TV. In that program, I was sitting, she was sitting, and a producer by name Raja was sitting. And after that, people weren't saying anything. From all over the world, people were only saying, Swami, please guide me. Only this much. They wouldn't take their names or tell me their problems, their issues, nothing they used to tell me. I knew their issues, their problems, and I would give them my solutions to it. So Raja said, a great fortune teller has come from India. Don't even tell your name. Don't tell anything about yourself. Then also he will be able to tell you everything right about you. I kept listening. The mic was in his hand. When the mic came into my hand, I finally explained to him. I said, I am not an astrologer. Nor do I have any knowledge in astrology. But whoever says to me, Swamiji, please guide me, that person could be sitting anywhere in the corner of the world. He is unique, and I see his unique aura. I get to know it, I understand it, analyze it, retain it. In just a moment, I garner all his information in a jiffy, and after that, I understand his problems and then give him a solution to it. Now, what is this? Let me explain in a simple manner, in an easy manner. For example, it's like how every person has an unique fingerprint. Like how in olden times people use thumbprints. What old times, even nowadays people have started to use it. In Aadhaar card, thumbprint. Payments, thumbprint. So again it has come back. So in this way, like everyone has an unique thumbprint. Just like that, every person has a unique aura. Every person has a unique vibration. I study every individual's aura. I study their vibrations and I study their blood vessels. I study their chakras to know what their problems are. I understand. Once I know the problem, I understand the problem, and I tell them the solution, I tell them the path. And the person could be anywhere in the world. I was sitting in a studio in London, and people from Canada, South Africa, America, and were not from all over the world. They were asking so many questions. There was a line of people. This program went on for a very long time. And when it got over, still there was a line of 250 people. So the directors and managers came down like mangoes falling from a tree. Swamiji, there are 250 people in line. It was a very successful program, very great program. Now this knowledge of understanding and studying people's aura has not been taught by anyone to me. This knowledge has not been learned by me. Whichever gurus I submitted myself, dedicated myself, their knowledge all transferred into this. This knowledge, I cannot teach it to anyone, no one can learn it from me, but if someone dedicates themselves to me, it can get transferred to them, it cannot be stopped. I am saying the coming age is that of the power of conscience. It is very important for the savior age, who are meditating and trying to obtain this level of conscience, where you can understand what the person is thinking, what the condition of the person before you is, or what the person is planning. What a person miles away is thinking, you can see sitting here. And this way, you yourself can arrange for your security. The coming age is that of the power of conscience. But I do these programs in only foreign countries and run away, because if I did it here, it will catch fire. I won't be able to walk in peace. No one knows me here. I sit quietly in a room. So in this program, there are many different people from different countries. They ask questions, I gave answers, I gave them all the right answers to their questions. They are all recorded on video. If you saw in any of our centers, you will see. Nothing, the person wouldn't tell his name or anything about himself, but still, I could still tell everything about him, and sometimes the person would ask questions for another person, like my son-in-law, my daughter, but I could still study them. Through their medium, I gave their answers. Like a woman said, my son-in-law, which means he is in her conscience. So, through her conscience, I tapped her son-in-law's conscience, studied his aura and was able to study him. This is the knowledge of saints from the Himalayas. Which is condensed in the Himalayas itself. What happens is, we only have the knowledge of whatever we have learned from someone, or we can teach someone. Because we have learned everything. We have learned, so we can teach. But this is that knowledge which cannot be taught by anyone nor be learned by anyone. If you don't understand it, just remember the story of Eklavya. Dronacharya was not ready to teach archery to Eklavya. He had denied it to him. After this, he made a sculpture of Dronacharya and in front of the statue said, Guruji, I'm doing this. Guruji, this is how I'm shooting my arrow. Should I do this? He kept asking and imagined it that this was Dronacharya sitting before him. He made a statue out of mud and through this statue he learned the art of archery. Whatever knowledge of archery Arjun had, all that knowledge Dronacharya did not give, Eklavya did not take it, but still it got all transferred to Eklavya. Eklavya also became as much of an expert as Arjun. But Arjun was taught by Dronacharya. He had not taught Eklavya. Eklavya had not even learned from him. He used to train far away. He used to stay far away. I am talking about this knowledge. The knowledge went even through Dronacharya did not want to give it. Eklavya didn't learn it directly, but still he received it. This is the knowledge of the soul. It is the learnings of the soul. But this knowledge, I am not talking about now. That's why I gave you an example of ancient times. But thing is, we have only this knowledge. First of all, books have no knowledge. You know what books have? Books have information, that's it, about the incidents that took place. Whatever had happened. Those experiences. Whatever happened, those descriptions. Meaning, all past experiences have been recorded. Are there today's experiences? Are there today's incidences? Are there today's experiences? No. It is all things of the past. This happened, that happened, this happened. So in books, there is only information. Whether it is in books or on Google, how many ever devices are there? All the devices. It is only information, not knowledge. Knowledge is always alive. Experiences are always alive. Teachings are alive. It transfers, that is alive. Books only have information. And dead books can never give alive experiences. That's why, read alive books. Take real experiences, obtain real knowledge. Meditate every day. Slowly, slowly, you will start to feel those experiences. It will happen. Someday you will be so engrossed in meditation, you will smell beautiful, pretty roses. It feels like someone has worn this rose perfume and you will run your brain. Who is wearing this rose perfume? Why is it smelling of rose? You will start looking, you will start searching. If you start searching, the rose perfume will go. The smell of roses didn't come from outside at all. But what knowledge do you have? Rose perfumes always comes from outside. When you start looking for the smell of roses outside, run your brain. You will lose the experience. From inside you, when your heart chakra activates itself, it spreads the smell of roses from inside of you. Revel in it. Don't search for it. Don't look for it. Don't bring your conscience outside. Bring it inside. The day you smell the roses, focus your attention to your heart chakra. Enjoy the smell of roses. Someday you may smell sandalwood. Land your focus on your head. When your mind is activated, you will smell sandalwood. Not just you, everyone around you will smell it. Everywhere will only be the fragrance of it. Near the city of Surat, there is a small village called Umbal. It is a small village. If you go from this road, you will see it on the right side. I will tell you 2 incidents from that village. The first one goes like this. In this village, there was a Ram temple, which was just lying half made. And after that, it never opened. Near that temple, in a hall, they kept my program for 8 days. So I had to stay for 8 days. On the first day itself, I asked Patel, how is this temple closed? He said, Swamiji, the contractor and engineer are fighting over some issues. That's why this is closed. I was surprised. Usually, the construction of a temple never stops. After all, it is not a house. No one stops the construction of the temple. Everyone works together. So what I did one day, every morning I used to walk for 2-3 kilometers in the east direction. I'm used to taking morning walks. So one morning I walked to the east. One day to the south I went. After that I went towards west. The next day to the north. I walked all 4 directions in 4 days. After that on the 5th day I went to the broken temple and meditated in the main foyer. After doing the meditation, I told that Parimal Bhai Patel that Patel, till in 24 hours this temple will restart construction. He said, Swamiji, this has been closed for years. The contractor stays in Ahmedabad. The engineer stays in Baroda. I said, I don't understand these negotiation talks. You just see in 24 hours. In 24 hours, surprisingly, the contractor and engineer came in a truck and started the work. Now what had happened? This was not a miracle at all. The energy needed in the construction of that temple, when they were going to keep the gods there, where they were going to worship the gods, there was no worthy energy to that energy. The fight between contractor and engineer was just an excuse for work to stop. What did I do? Every day I opened one direction. I opened all 4 directions and went to meditate there. I brought all the energies from all directions there. And as soon as the energies focused in 24 hours, the work started. And now there is a huge Ram temple there. So many times, some work stops because energies are not reaching there, hence they cease to form. Around the same time, we all used to sit in the evenings to chit-chat. The village was full of Patels. One of them said, Swamiji, come in the summer once, we will journey to the ghats of flowers. I said, what is the need of summer? Let's go now. They said, now. I said, yes, close your eyes. I will also close mine. And let's meditate. We will go to flower ghats through the power of conscience. And you will experience that happiness from here itself. And then nothing. We started meditating. And as soon as we went to the flower ghats from our conscience, the fragrance of the flowers not just there, it just spread across the village. The villagers were surprised. We don't grow flowers in our fields. We only grow vegetables. Where did this fragrance come from? And this was not a fragrance of a unique flower. It was a mixed fragrance. Just fragrance and fragrance. The whole environment, the whole village was filled with it. So it does not matter where you live. It matters where you are in your conscience. So always keep good thoughts, good places in your conscience. See, this is your honeymoon period, remember. I'm telling the truth. We go for honeymoon for a month and remember it all our lives. This is your honeymoon period, remember it. You will be able to spend your whole life. Remember every single day here. This is your 8-day honeymoon. Whatever we spoke about, discussions we had, experiences you had, remember everything. Whatever diary you write, even if you read it every day, your attention will fall on this workshop. Whenever your conscience falls here, you will obtain the energies of this workshop whenever you want, wherever you are. Come on, let's meditate. Like we meditated yesterday, the same day we will meditate. And after the meditation, Shirdi institution who have arranged this program, we will pray for the managers, for their workers and their volunteers, so that they will realize where they are and they will experience all round progress, all round success. They don't know where they are. Keep both hands in the front. Steady your attention on your center. Keep your right hand on top of your head and very gently press. And after that, rotate it clockwise 3 times. And very slowly bring your hands down. I am a pure soul. I am a pious soul. I am a pure soul. I am a pious soul. I am a pure soul. I am a pious soul. Steady your conscience in the center and meditate for a while. Now we will pray. O Almighty, please provide me with self realization. O Almighty, please provide me with self realization. O Almighty, please provide me with self realization. Now, we will pray to Shirdi Sai Baba. O Shirdi Sai Nath, this workshop is being conducted in your generosity. In this workshop, please give us the blessing of your presence. Give us the blessing of your presence. Give us the blessing of your presence. Now we will pray. O Almighty, please grant all round progress to the managers, the workers, and volunteers of Shirdi institution, the arrangers of this program. This is all of a pure wish. This is all of our pure wish. Greetings. Like I said today, donate all your past here. Tomorrow become a small baby and come to tomorrow's Buddha Purnima program. Tomorrow is the crown chakra and it is Purnima too as well. So tomorrow will be memorable for you especially. Greetings.